Hey, what's up everyone? We're excited to spend a few minutes talking about a tension that you may be feeling. Should I scale my business or sell it? I know as a business owner, there are a lot of easy decisions, am I right? I mean, other people can make easy decisions and you get left with the hard ones, the ones that keep you up at night. Listen, I've been there before, we get it.
Yeah.
And if that's you and you find yourself facing a decision of whether you should scale or sell, our goal is to simply add value to you today. And to just let you know, you're not alone. We've helped hundreds of businesses make this transition. And trust me, you have what it takes. With the right information and the right strategy, you can do this.
Today, we're gonna cover 5 signs that it's time to scale and then 5 signs that it's time to sell. By the end of this video, we're confident that you'll know which trajectory that you're on. So let's get started with the 5 signs that it's time to scale. Are you ready? All right, number 1, you are easily reaching or surpassing your goals. Here's the thing about goals. They should be challenging, but not impossible. If your business is consistently, easily surpassing the goals that are in place, it might be time to scale. If you stay where it's comfortable, it might feel good for a while, but ultimately, you'll stifle your business from reaching its full potential.
Number 2, you're turning business away. Now, this is a big one. If you're starting to get more customers than you can handle with your current setup, and you're finding yourself actually turning people away or saying no to potential opportunities, that's a good sign that it's time to scale. You need an infrastructure that can sustain growth. What got you here isn't necessarily going to get you to the next step. It's time to make some changes.
Number 3, your business forecast is promising. Current profitability isn't enough to know that it's time to scale. You also need to develop a forecast for 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and so on. Based on your business model and performance record, are you on a constant trajectory of profitability? If so, it's probably time to scale.
Number 4, your product is perfected. We've all seen businesses that have tried to scale and failed miserably. Why? Because in many cases, they tried scaling before their product was really ready to put roots down in the marketplace. Well, don't make the same mistake of scaling prematurely. Make sure that you have all the kinks worked out and that you have a solid, fully functioning product. If your product is proven and your infrastructure is solid, scaling might be a good idea.
All right, here's number 5. You, the founder, are willing to let go. There's a well-known phrase in the entrepreneurial world regarding growth. It says, founders can't scale. The thing is, it's so true. After all the blood, sweat, and tears they've poured into their idea, founders have a hard time trusting others to take over with what they've created. With the prosperity of your creation on the line, it can be tempting to micromanage. But the only way to truly scale is to develop team members that can take over for you. So ask yourself, what's the goal for the business? Is it to transition a new leader into your position, to expand your brand into multiple markets, perhaps to introduce a new product offering? If the answer to one or more of those questions is yes, then you have to be ready to entrust others with carrying on what you've started.
The bottom line is this: scalability is all about organizational structure, repeatable systems, and reproduced leadership. You can't do it all. And really, why would you want to? And maybe after listening to these 5 signs, you're thinking, yeah, it's time to scale. I can see it. And if that's you, awesome. Start rallying the troops and gear up for growth. But maybe that's not you. You don't feel confident that it's time to scale, and you're probably wondering where that leaves you. Well, that's okay. Scaling isn't always the right option. So let's talk about 5 signs that it's time to sell.
All right, here's number 1. Selling is better than the alternatives. Let's talk about 2 specific scenarios. The first is this: you've realized that your business just isn't scalable. If that's the case, the best thing you can do is to sell it. The alternative would be spending more time and more money on a business that just may not be worth it. The second scenario is this: the way the market is changing isn't favorable for your business. If that's the case, then staying is a risk. Selling while there are still interested buyers is probably your best bet.
Number 4, you can't afford the team that you need. You recognize that you need a more experienced team to take your business to the next level. But based on your current cash flow, you can't afford to hire the dream team yet. And at this point, you have a decision to make. Do you spend time and energy required to find investors and raise the capital, or do you take the opportunity to sell and move on to what's next? If you find yourself needing to fill a few interim gaps, that's one thing. But there's a massive difference between the team you need and the team you can afford, and it might be time to sell.
All right, here's number 5. Someone is interested in buying. Well, maybe you weren't necessarily looking to sell, but you've received an offer, and some of you right now are thinking, I wish. But seriously, it does happen. So instead of immediately saying yes or no, take some time to really think about where you're at and what you want. How emotionally connected are you to this business? What other opportunities might selling this business open up for you? What are the problems that you're currently facing? Could selling be the answer to those problems? Well, no one can make the decision for you, but when you're faced with a solid offer, there is no better time than to weigh your options and consider selling.
So now that you've heard some indicators of when to scale versus when to sell, what do you think? Did anything we talk about strike a chord with you? What situations did you connect with the most? Listen, we know that every situation and every business is unique. And we know how badly you'd love to find the magic playbook or the treasure map to help you navigate through these decisions. The thing is, you won't find it. But what you can find is a coach, someone with years of experience who sees the bigger picture and can walk you through these pivotal moments with you. I'm excited to share that's exactly what's available to you through our team at Catalyst Collective. Our incredible collection of coaches have guided countless business owners through transitions of all kinds, from startups to international corporations. We have a coach who's walked a similar path and can come out successfully on the other side. As a business owner, there are no easy decisions, but here's the good news. You don't have to make them alone.
Here's the thing, you can keep staying awake at night, you can keep guessing at what to do next, you can keep carrying the weight of your business alone. Or you can have a team of experts by your side. You can craft a plan for the future. You can breathe easier knowing that you're taking the right steps to reach your goals. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I am saying that we'll be with you every step of the way.
If you're ready to have a coach in your corner, let's talk about where you're at so we can start planning for where you want to be. Just click the link below this video to grab a spot on our calendar and we'll make it happen.